Hello, first graders. Today, our math goal is kind of like it was yesterday, except we're just going to practice it a little bit more. So our math goal today is I can write and solve addition and subtraction equations, which go side to side, and vertical forms, which go up and down. So we're going to write and solve addition and subtraction equations and addition and subtraction vertical forms. So that's our goal today. Pretty easy stuff. I know it won't be that difficult for you. But before we begin, I would like you to grab a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm going to have you work alongside with me today so that at the end of this lesson, I want you to take a picture of your work so that I can see that you did it. So go ahead and pause and grab a piece of paper and a pencil. Okay, now that you have done that, what I want you to do is I want you to write a number 1 off to the side. This is going to be the first problem that we're going to work on together. So write that on your piece of paper. All right, what I would like for you to do is, I've got to get myself set up. There we go. So I would like for you to first listen to my word problem that I have, and then write the equation. Remember, that is side to side, and then also the vertical form, which is up and down. So first turn on your listening ears. I'm going to read it once, and then I'll read it again, and then I would like you to pause, write what you think the equation is, side to side, and what you think the vertical form would look like. Okay, first reading. So just listen. I have 6 white shirts and 3 black shirts. How many shirts do I have? All right, so I've read it once. Now I'm going to read it again. Okay? I have 6 white shirts and 3 black shirts. How many do I have in all? So think in your brain. Are we putting together or are we taking apart? Do we want to know how much of something there is or how much we're taking away? I think we're putting together. So go ahead and, when we put together, we're using the addition or the plus symbol. Go ahead and pause and write what you think is the equation that would go side to side, and then write what you think would also be the vertical one. Okay, go ahead and pause. Okay, now that you have that written, let's see if we're thinking the same thing. So I have 6 white shirts and 3 black shirts. So I know we discussed we're going to be an addition. And 3 black shirts. How many do I have in all? Well, I have 6, put 3 dots above the 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 shirts in all. Now this is the equation form. I'm going to try to write the vertical form now. So I have 6 black shirts plus 3 white shirts. How many do I have in all? So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 over here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Did our equations and vertical forms match? Okay, remember, save your work because I'm going to have you take a picture of it later. Okay, now on your piece of paper, put the number 2 down below 1. Okay, this is our second problem we are going to work on. First I read it, and then the second time you can listen and get to work. So we have 8 glasses, but we break 2. How many glasses do we have left? Okay, so I've read it once, now I'm going to read it again. We have 8 glasses, but we break 2. How many do we have left? So we had 8 glasses, and oh no, we broke 2. That means we took away 2 from the group. So we're going to use subtraction in this one. Go ahead, think of what the equation, side to side, would look like, and what the vertical form would look like. Write that on your paper and solve. Pause to do that. Okay, let's see if we're thinking the same thing. I have 8 glasses, but 2 of them broke. Oh no, I have to take 2 away. Now I have, how many glasses do I have? Well, if I have 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I broke 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. Then if I have 8 minus 2 equals 6. So that's the other way. So horizontal or equation form, vertical form. Do we match? Okay. Next, write the number 3. Okay. So Miss Pole plants 4 pine trees. Then she also plants 5 oak trees. How many trees does she plant? I'll read it again. Miss Pole plants 4 pine trees. Then she plants 5 oak trees. How many plants does she have in all? Well, this to me sounds like we're putting together my pine trees and my oak trees. So that means an addition sentence. What would your equation look like? What would your vertical form look like? Go ahead and pause and do that. Okay, let's see if our equations match. I have 4 pine trees plus 5 oak trees. How many do I have in all? Well, I'm going to count on from the greatest number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. Now let's write our vertical form and let's see if we match. I have 4 plus 5, and I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. All right. Okay. Hopefully we matched. We have 3 more problems left. So problem number, are we on 4 yet? Oh, problem number 4. Put that at the top of your page. Ready? Brent buys a bag with 10 peanuts in it. He eats 6 of them. How many peanuts are left? So I'll read it again. Brent buys a bag with 10 peanuts in it. He eats 6 of them. How many are left? So he had 10. He ate 6, so he's taking away 6. So we're thinking subtraction. Go ahead, write the equation and the vertical form. Pause now. Okay, let's see if our stuff matches. He has, oops, I did that wrong. Sorry. Start with the total first because we're talking about subtraction, not a partner. We have 10 peanuts, but he gobbled up 6 of them. How many are left? So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and he ate 6 of them, whoop, he has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 left. Now we can do our vertical form and see if we're right. 10 minus 6 equals 4. Do we match? All right, 2 more questions left. Hang in there. You're doing great. Question number 5. Okay, listen up. Jen worked for 7 hours today. She worked 3 hours yesterday. How many hours did she work in all? Jen worked for 7 hours today. She worked 3 hours yesterday. How many hours did she work in all? All right, so they want to know how many hours altogether. So we're going to do an addition problem. Go ahead, pause, write the equation and the vertical form, then press play to see if we match. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing. 7 plus 3. She had 7 hours today, 3 hours yesterday. 7, 8, 9, 10. She worked 10 hours. We could show that the same way with our vertical. 7 on top, 3 plus 3 equals 10. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, did we match? Our last and final problem. There are 6 butterflies in the yard. Then 2 fly away. How many butterflies are left? So let's listen again. There are 6 butterflies in the yard. Then 2 fly away. How many are left? Okay, so think what would that, I'm thinking in my brain that this is subtraction. Hopefully we were thinking the same thing. Now go ahead, pause, write the equation and the vertical form. This is your last problem. You're doing great. Okay, let's see if we were thinking the same thing. There are 6 butterflies in the yard, then 2 fly away. How many are left? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got rid of 1, 2. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 butterflies left. Now let's put it in vertical form. 6 take away 2 equals 4. Okay, your assignment for today is as follows. You need to complete pages 93 and 94. Then your extra step after you're done with those pages is to take a photo of the 6 problems we just worked on in our lesson. So remember, I had you write 1 through 6 down and you solve the problems on your own. I would like a picture of that. All right, so here's what we have. We have right here, it says, so problem number 1, you may want to open up your workbook pages and follow along with me on this so that you can solve it on your own. All right, so it says write and solve equations and vertical forms. So, same thing we were just doing. Ready? It says there are 3 pink flowers and 4 yellow flowers in the garden. How many flowers are there in all? Well, they want it. The word all tells us that it's addition. Okay? So, first write the equation, which would be right here. That word says equation. You're going to write it on that line. We're going to write 3 plus 4 equals, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then in vertical form, we have 3 plus 4 equals 7. Now on the second one, well, if you need to pause, go ahead and do that. Okay, on the second one it says Olivia made 4 clay animals. She made 1 green clay animal. How many clay animals are not green? Whoa, this sounds confusing. So she made 4 clay animals and one of them was green. How many clay animals are not green? So this is actually a subtraction problem. We're gonna start with our total 4 and take away 1. So that equation would look like this. 4 take away 1 equals an answer, which you need to figure out, and then put that also in vertical form. Go ahead, pause and do that. Come back for the last question on this page. Okay. It says there are 6 turtles in the water and 2 turtles crawl out of the water. How many turtles are still in the water? So we have 6 turtles in the water, but 2 leave. How many are left in the water now? This is telling me in my brain we have turtles leaving, which means we're taking away. So what is the equation? 6 take away 2 equals, and what does that vertical form look like? On this page, it says use the pictures of the carrots to write a story problem. So you could do this a couple ways. You could use words like I have 8 carrots, which there are 8 here, and I ate 3. How many carrots are left? Or you could say, I had 5 carrots, then I found 3 more. How many carrots do I have in all? And our last one is write and solve equations and vertical forms for the story you created up here. Lastly, solve 7 take away 3 and write it in the vertical form. All right, thanks boys and girls. I hope that this makes sense.